Alrighty, let's check out Angeal's first outfit. Pretty dope. Looks like some Wu-Tai influence, right? Kind of looks like Sky Splitter. The blade. The handle doesn't, but the blade looks like Sky Splitter a bit. Which makes sense actually, because Sky Splitter was part of a Wu-Tai outfit as well, right? So yeah, no, that makes sense. Very similar style. Oh, it's all right. The outfit is. It's okay. It's all right. I like the little the chainmail underneath. It's kind of dope. It's giving samurai, yeah. All right, copium time. Just for a quick bit. I'm thinking that the blitzball that we saw in the summer event, I think that was actually a thing hinting towards what the collab is going to be in November. I'm seeing Angeal in Orin's outfit right now. Like I'm seeing Angeal as Orin, and it's giving Orin energy. Yeah, it's giving Orin energy. So I'm really feeling like it makes sense to drop Angeal right now too, for that same exact reason. Like, yeah, I get the feeling we're probably seeing a Final Fantasy X collab next month. All right, let's start with the weapon. All right, well, automatically this is at least worth pulling one of if you don't have physical attack all allies. So that's something. So anything that's boost physical attack all allies or boost a offensive stat all allies is automatically useful even at just one copy. As we've talked about before, if you get this up to 120, even if you got it to OB6, if you put this on a sub slot, the highest you're gonna get is 15 points, which is 14% extra physical attack for your entire team. You only need to get this up to a level 120 with one copy to get the maximum effect of this as a sub weapon, right? So if you're using it as a sub weapon and you don't have 3 copies of physical attack all allies, it's still super worth pulling on. If you don't have the, if you only have the 2 that you got from Anniversary, just getting 1 copy of this is great, great. When it comes to the actual weapon, 940% physical water damage, provoke is applied with a 10% veil. So 10% is lower than the other veils that we've seen, including his own limit break, right? But you can reapply this, which is why it's probably that low. The provoke is nice. 684 physical attack is high. 940% physical water damage is high, right? But it's not like absurdly high. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. And we'll only look at physical weapons here because that's what we're comparing to. Because obviously the bunny gloves do 850, but like that would have been like one of the comparisons, right? So we're looking at specifically Stream Slasher, right? Which is Glenn's limit break weapon, water, basically the same exact thing, except he got hosed. We'll call it what it is, he got hosed. It does 900%. So if you have this at a higher overboost, the Stream Slasher, if you've got this at OB6, you're probably fine to just stick with Glenn, right? Just keep Glenn and move on. Because this doesn't do that much more damage to really justify the investment at the end of the day. If you didn't get a ton of Glens, like, you know, me, it's probably worth it because the only other good water physical weapon in the game is Maritime Sword, which only does 750%. And then Tempest does 700% and also decreased water resist. So this is also a fairly decent water weapon just because it kind of buffs itself. So while you're doing damage, you're also debuffing the enemy. And you're just constantly doing this while doing consistent water damage. So very, very good weapon for Sephiroth. But those were the only 3 physical water weapons in the game. So everything else is magic focused. Even the sub weapons are magic focused. So it's worth noting that this is a pretty unique opportunity to help increase the water damage's sub weapon slots. I guess like personal style goes up to 614, which is okay. Slay the Day is the good one. It goes up to 664, which is awesome. But like you probably didn't pull for that. This one only goes up to 628 and is more focused in physical attack. Still a really good weapon. Don't get me wrong, but you're usually using this to lower water resist. Sephiroth, same thing. You're usually using this. You can't really use it as a sub weapon. So water is in a pretty weird spot overall, where it doesn't have a ton of flexibility with the water potency weapons on the physical side. Where on the magic side, there's a lot of really good like boost HP weapons that are not physical focused. There's a boost attack one that's not physical focused. That's really good. There's a lot of really good, like, you know, flexible attack, boost attack options, again, that are not physical focused. So just food for thought. They've really only got the one in personal style, which is great. It's good to have at least one. But most of the other ones are like, it's just physical attack and that's it. There's no like other HP physical focused weapon, which is kind of a bummer. But, you know, again, just food for thought. Overall, the weapon itself, 940% is the new standard high single target elemental damage in the game. Vincent got the same amount of damage. So did Tifa's Shell Knuckles. A couple other weapons that got around a 940% elemental damage. Excuse me. I think even Yuffie was 940%, right? And then the additional percentage on top of that, she got an extra 20% buff, just like Vincent did. So that's another one. The difference is that Angeal is more of a tank, it seems like. So this is still going to do really, really good damage. And I'm not saying that Angeal cannot be a offensive unit for you, but this will be probably outclassed. I won't say soon, because they're probably intending us to pull for this for the guild battle next week. So it'll be a while before this gets outclassed. But there'll be other weapons that do this but better. Whether it's in water or not, I guess the jury's out. But right now, as it stands today, this is the strongest water weapon in the game in terms of just straight up damage. He has a weapon in his own kit that buffs his own physical attack and physical defense for him and all of his allies. So he's already got a way to buff his own attack. Then this provokes, gives him a shield, and does 940% damage at max overboost. This is very good. It's very good. It's all going to come down to the outfit. Waterblade Arcanum, same as always, 35% bonus, which is very strong. Physical defense all allies, it is 5%. Okay, so 5% is reasonable. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. This banner is okay. This banner is okay. It's pretty good. It's not bad. I think that like this is an extra 5% defenses for all your allies is really, really strong. So this is like just generically very, very good. Waterblade Arcanum is just a good R ability. It's great. It's excellent. It's a limit break weapon, so it's only here for a limited time. You won't be able to pull for it again. So the same things apply. Generally speaking, if you don't have the resources to get to at least the outfit, I wouldn't recommend pulling on the banner just yet. That said, this goes until November 4th. We're going to get a ton of crystals from the battle tower. We're going to get a ton of crystals from the new event. There's a lot of crystals just kind of floating around out there. So if you wanted to pull for this or one of the Halloween banners, you probably can at this point. It's worth mentioning that that's a thing. You can definitely do it. It's up to you. In terms of the wish list, if I were pulling on this banner, the one thing that you have to identify first and foremost is what of Angeal's weapons he's going to use in his offhand. Because while all the other sub weapons are pretty cut and dry, figuring out what his offhand weapon is going to be the tough part, because he doesn't have a lot of flexibility in that regard right now. You could just use the weapon that he got for free, which gives physical defense and physical ability potency, which is great. Physical ability potency helps him do more damage with his water weapon. There are a couple pretty good options. I forget which one does 46 physical attack. The Shinra Greatsword Model 1 does Earth Resist down, which is obviously not what we're looking for, but it does do physical attack plus 46, which would help max out his physical attack with some of the sub weapons we're going to be using, and also gives buff debuff extension, which I think, would that work on provoke? No. Stats, potency, and resistance. Okay, so no, this wouldn't work on provoke then, because it's not stats, it's not potency, and it's not resistance. That makes sense. Okay, so that's probably a useless stat then. Oh, it's just this. Yeah, it's just this. That's easy. Never mind, it's just this. Yeah. It's just this. This gives another 31 points of physical attack. Also gives a ton of physical ability potency. Lowers physical defense of all enemies. This is the one. This is going to be the generic, I need to put a sub weapon into Angeal's second hand. What do I need to do? What do I grab? If it's physical, this is the physical weapon you're going for. That's the physical weapon you're going for. As far as the other sub weapons are concerned, Free Stamper, nice. You're gonna look for water potency specifically to help boost up his chances to do some decent water damage. Remember that his limit break weapon is physical attack all allies, so you currently do not have any physical attack points, right? Because your sub weapon right now is only giving like 16, right? 15, so it gets you to the level 3 breakpoint. So you still need to get another 40 points to get all the way up to 55. So there's one really good option, the one we just went over before, which is Black Whiskers. This goes up to 62 boost attack, does 39 water potency. But in the sub weapon, this will give a 31 boost, which gets you from 15 all the way up to 46, which gets you to the level 6 breakpoint. And then 39 more water potency, which obviously helps with the water potency on his main hand. So we're gonna go ahead and slot that in. Like I said before, there are not a ton of options when it comes to water potency weapons. Personal Style is one of them that gives HP and water potency. Since the weapon that we're using right now in Angeal's offhand does give offensive stats, it's nice to have a HP option, especially because the Veil effect that is currently unique to Angeal, right? That Veil shield is based off of his maximum hit points. So where before HP was kind of like a, oh, we'll slot it in if we have space kind of stat, now it's actually a stat for Angeal specifically that he actually appreciates quite a bit, right? And this one is physical leaning, gives another 39 water potency with some decent boost HP. This is another one that I would slot in. And then for the last slot, you're probably looking for whatever gives just the best overall water DPS. You could look at Maritime Sword, which gives decent physical attack, maxes out the rest of your physical attack as well, gives you another 19 points of water potency. That's an option. All of Tifa's are magic leaning, so I wouldn't go there. Red's is also magic leaning, so I wouldn't go there either. Slay the Day is an option. Gives 46 physical attack and 39 water potency with a 664 physical attack. Very, very high. This is overkill on the physical attack, obviously, but with the water potency, it'll get you to about, it's another 19 points, right? So this is a decent option. We'll just slot this in for now. This is a magic focus. I wouldn't go that route. Also magic focus, wouldn't go that route. Tempest, that's probably the one. 46 and 39, 664. Same thing as Slay the Day then, right? They're the same stats, same exact stats. So whichever one you have more of, if you're using it as a sub weapon, you're using it as a sub weapon, right? It is what it is. And that's it. That's really the only water weapons that he has available. Other than that, you can look for physical ability potency instead. If you're not looking for specific water potency, you can go to physical ability potency instead. And then instead of Personal Style, I would use Zack's Twinkling Star, which gives physical ability potency and HP. And then also his Ceremonial Sword, which gives 46 physical attack and 39 potency with 660 physical attack as well. Both of those Zack swords are great as like non-water potency options. There are a couple of physical ability potency weapons that do boost 52. One being Enemy Launcher with 640 attack, pretty good overall. The other one is Lucia's Mad Minute and Lucia's Marine Shooter. Mad Minute is a more defensive option, gives you more HP and physical ability potency, less attack stat though, right? Which is, you know, take that for what you will. This one gives boost fire potency, and he does have a fire weapon, but his fire weapon is magic, so that's probably not as useful. This weapon though is very good. So food for thought, it's there if you're interested in going that route instead of the water damage. For the last slot, I would just slot in another good weapon for Angeal that you don't have access to. For now, anytime you're pulling on a banner, if this isn't on your wish list, you're probably making a mistake, because this is very good. Being able to increase your entire team's physical attack and physical defense with buff debuff extension and a high boost HP stat, this is an insanely good weapon for Angeal's offhand. Just insanely good. So I feel like this is something that we should probably be focusing on in some capacity. So I'm going to include it on the wish list just because I think it's very strong. And that would be what my wish list is. So it would be the Greatsword in his offhand, Black Whiskers, Personal Style, Slay the Day, or Tempest, whichever you prefer, and then Stalwart, Integrity. But yeah, so that's what I would run in the slots here. Obviously, if you have certain weapons overboosted, go ahead and pull for other things. I would just focus on Angeal. It's the new character. Put more Angeal stuff in there just so you can get more Angeal stuff. I think that's probably the right route to go. And yeah, so that kind of covers the banner. Alrighty, so let's hop into this. So I think you don't have to change anything, right? Yeah, so you get a 4-star guaranteed, or a 5-star guaranteed with 4 pulls at least. And I'm hoping to just get the weapon, really. If we get close enough to the outfit, I'll continue pulling. But I want to at least get 1 5-star weapon, or 1 5-star version of this weapon. Because again, my water damage is so weak. So weak. That checks out. We were so lucky on the Tifa banner. I am expecting these pulls to be garbage. Absolute garbage. These ones will watch since we're paying for them. It's only 5 pulls anyway, right? What's 5 more pulls with friends? Nothing. Ooh, bad pull too. Okay, they get a 3-star version, so that's something at least. So, and this is what I was saying. So if you got a 3-star version, you can just wait for Angeal weapon parts and upgrade this later, because you only need 210 weapon parts to get this to OB0 and get it to 5-star. And this is really all you need to use it as a sub weapon. But if you want to use it as an actual weapon, you're gonna need the 5-star version. 1, yeah. I tell you what, if we get all 1 stamps. When we get up to that 5-star guaranteed, I'll just save the last 3,000. Oh, hey, here we go. Here we go. Convince me otherwise, Cloud. Right, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It's dope, though. Nice. It is Angeal. So I have a couple of weapons on here that this could be, so this may not be the new weapon. It is not. It is Stalwart Integrity, though. This is excellent. I'm super happy about this. That's so good. Okay. I have to get Angeal to level 90. So I'll be doing that offline. But I think this is going to get me over the hump with that. Between this and that Diamond Sigil Break weapon that he got. I think that's enough. I think that's going to be enough to make it so I can beat that Iron Giant finally. Okay, sick. Yeah, they increased the level caps. Yeah, they did. Nice, okay. I'll do the last pull then. It's already 5-star guaranteed, right? Glenn. So this will be Slay the Day or Personal Style. I guess if I'm hoping for one or the other, I hope it's Slay the Day. All right, so I'm hoping for Slay the Day, but Personal Style is fine here. It is Slay the Day, nice. Perfect. 6. All right, cool. Now we get the weapon guaranteed. All right, sick. So we got 1 copy of it. I'm gonna save the last 3,000 crystals for now. We'll wait and see. I don't want to go too hard in the paint here. Like I said, it's probably not even worth it to pull on this. And I got Stalwart Integrity, which is really the weapon that I wanted, to be honest. So I'm actually good to chill for now, and we'll wait and see. Because I'd rather save these crystals and see what other banners we've got coming up on the horizon. And maybe by the time this banner even ends, we might have a visual on what the collaboration is going to be in November. And then if the collaboration is not something that I'm interested in, then I can just finish going all in on this banner, and that's fine.